Hello Bucks, today we are doing Sort 18, looking at consonant alternation. So if you look at the word sign, you don't hear the G in the word sign. To sign something means that you are putting your signature on a document or a letter. So when you say sign, you do not hear the G, but when you look at signature, you do say the G in signature. Another one to look at would be the word bomb. You don't hear the B at the end of bomb, but when we say bombard, you can hear the B in bombard. So we have bomb, where we don't hear the consonant, it's silent, and then we have bombard, where we do hear the consonant. There are some that you can see sign, you sign something, your signature. With a bomb, you can be bombarded sometimes with things, overwhelmed. When you think of the word design, we don't hear the excuse me, the consonant in design. Again, we don't hear the G. Where the consonant is sounded, though, is in designate. So here we have sign, signature, bomb, bombarded, design, and designate. We might think that those don't match up, but really design and designate mean both to mark. So if something is designated, you have been the designated leader of your group. You've essentially been marked or assigned to something. When an architect designs something, they are, in a sense, marking how they will design whatever it is. So if there's an architect and they're designing a house, they're marking how the house will be laid out. So design and designate. Here we have haste and hasten or hasten. And actually, those switch. We have haste, hasten. Okay. We have soft, which again is going to be, you hear the T, but in soften, you don't hear the T. So it sounds funny when you say soften, hasten, because you do not hear the consonants in those. We look at muscle. If you have a lot of muscles, you are muscular, so the C is the consonant we hear there. Crumb, you do not hear the B in crumb, but in the word crumble, you hear the B. Column, we don't hear the N, but in columnist, we do. Another one is a hymn. We don't hear the N at hymn, but hymnal, you can hear that N. If you think about it, hymn, we don't say that. Hymn, hymnal. Moist. And actually, if you hear that, excuse me, a lot of times we think the shorter one goes in the silent, but moist, you hear the T. Moisten, you don't hear the T. You don't hear that consonant. Resign, to quit. You put in your resignation, saying that you are no longer going to be working or participating. And then we have the last one is solemn and solemnity. So we don't hear the N, but in here solemnity, we hear the N. And that is just an extra one. So here we have where the consonants cannot be heard. They are silent, like in sign. Here the consonants can be heard, like in signature. Make sure that you don't always assume that the longer word, excuse me, is going to be the silent consonant. like in moisten. We don't hear the T in something, I'm moistening the dough, but we hear it in moist. Another one that was tricky was hasten, or with haste. So looking at sort 18, the consonant alternation, consonants that we hear and consonants that are silent.